All along, feminists told us that it wasn't about man-hating. They didn't like the bitter man-hating feminist label that was attached to them. They said it's not about hating men. It's not about destroying men. It's just about elevating women. We can see for ourselves that this is not true. It's not true at all. Look at Kim Kardashian. She's perhaps one of the most powerful women in the entire world, one of the richest women in our country. And look at what she's done to Kanye West. Kanye West is clearly nuts, right? There's no argument there. He's nuts. He's admitted that he suffers from mental health issues, and I'm sorry about that. And it seems that he needs to get help. But does he deserve to be destroyed for his political views? Because he wore a red MAGA hat? Because he ran a presidential campaign? Because he wants to stay married to the mother of his children? Because after she left him, he continued to fight for her? Because he wants dominion over the parenting of his children? Kim Kardashian let their 7-year-old girl go on TikTok. You and I know what's on TikTok. These groomer teachers, all kinds of crazy indoctrination. She let her 7-year-old daughter on TikTok. Kanye West said he didn't want her on TikTok. Kim Kardashian bashed him publicly, didn't give him a choice, insulted him, relegated him to just let me do what I want with our children. She destroyed him. She targeted him. She's taking away his manhood. This is what these very high-level feminists are doing. They're destroying men in an effort to elevate themselves. This is the cultural thing that's at play at the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial that I thought, oh my goodness, this is not just salacious gossip. This is not just two Hollywood nutsos who are getting divorced in the worst divorce of the century. This is emblematic of a systemic problem in our culture. And it's not just these women, Kim Kardashian and Meghan Markle and Jada Pinkett Smith and Amber Heard. This is the actual entire women's rights movement in our country right now. Roe v. Wade is another perfect example of this. Okay, so think about what's happening then in the Roe v. Wade world, right? We're all expecting Roe v. Wade to be overturned based on this leaked majority opinion that we see from the Supreme Court. It hasn't been officially ruled yet. We're not out of the woods. I don't want to count my chickens before they're hatched, but we do have an expectation that Roe v. Wade will be overturned. The response to this is the women's rights movement, quote unquote, women's rights movement is up in arms about this. They say you should be able to have an abortion not only legally under the law, but it should be accessible to you. It should be paid for. And part of their narrative is that men can't have an opinion on this. No uterus, no opinion. We've heard this for years. But men can't have an opinion about the politics of abortion, but men also don't get an opinion, according to these feminists, when their own child is going to be aborted. Men have no say over whether their flesh and blood is killed in the womb. And yet, these men are also expected to pay for the abortion to happen, whether or not they want the abortion to occur. This is the exact same thing. This iteration of feminism being about equality under the law, morphing into this twisted, warped idea of equity, which is really gender discrimination against men. It's the artificial elevation of women. It reduces women to tokens. It's insulting to us women. But it's morphed again into this anti-man ideology, this attack on manhood, on masculinity.